Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. In this lecture, we will explore how to master English learning and speaking through daily habits. English is a global language, spoken by over 1.5 billion people worldwide. It is the language of business, education, travel, and technology. Whether you are learning English for career advancement, academic purposes, or personal growth, the strategies we discuss today will help you achieve your goals. The key to success in learning any language is consistency. By incorporating small, manageable habits into your daily routine, you can make significant progress over time. Today, we will cover 1. Daily habits for speaking. 2. Daily habits for listening. 3. Daily habits for reading. 4. Daily habits for writing. 5. Vocabulary. Building. 6. Pronunciation practice. 7. Grammar improvement. 8. Thinking in English. 9. Using technology and apps. 10. Joining English communities. 11. Tracking progress and staying motivated. Let's dive into each of these areas in detail. Number 1. Daily habits for speaking. Speaking is often the most challenging skill for English learners, but it is also the most rewarding. Here are some daily habits to improve your speaking skills. First, talk to yourself. Start by describing your day, thoughts, or plans out loud in English. For example, today, I woke up at 7 a.m. I had breakfast and went to work. I feel happy because the weather is nice. This habit helps you practice forming sentences and thinking in English. Second, find a language partner. Practice speaking with a language partner or join a conversation group. You can use apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, or Speaky to find someone to practice with. For example, conversation topics like, "What did you do last weekend?" or "What are your plans for the future?" Third, shadowing technique. Listen to a native speaker, like a podcast or YouTube video, and repeat what they say. This helps improve pronunciation, intonation, and fluency. For example, listen to a TED Talk and repeat the speaker's sentences. Fourth, practice common phrases. Learn and practice phrases. For everyday situations, such as ordering food, "Can I have a coffee, please?" Asking for directions. "Excuse me, where is the nearest bus stop?" Number 2. Daily habits for listening. Listening is crucial for understanding native speakers and improving your comprehension. Here are some daily habits to enhance your listening skills. First, listen to podcasts. Choose podcasts on topics you enjoy. Some popular options include The Daily, News, TED Talks Daily, Inspiration, Stuff You Should Know, General Knowledge. Listen actively by taking notes or summarizing what you hear. Second, watch movies and TV shows. Start with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English subtitles, and finally try watching without subtitles. Recommended shows: Friends, for casual conversations; The Office, for workplace English; Breaking Bad, for advanced vocabulary. Third, listen to music. Listen to English songs and read the lyrics to understand the meaning. Sing along to practice pronunciation. For example, listen to songs by Ed Sheeran or Adele. Fourth, news channels. Watch or listen to news channels like BBC, CNN, or NPR for clear, formal English. Number 3. Daily habits for reading. Reading helps you expand your vocabulary and improve your understanding of sentence structure. Here are some daily reading habits. First, read books. Start with simple books like children's stories or graded readers. Gradually move to novels or nonfiction books. Recommended books: Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, for beginners; The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, for intermediate learners. Second, Read articles. Read news articles from BBC, The Guardian, or the New York Times. For example, read an article about climate change and summarize it in your own words. Third, social media. Follow English-speaking accounts on Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. For example, follow accounts like BBC Learning English or National Geographic. Fourth, practice skimming and scanning. Skim for the main idea, then scan for specific details. This is a useful skill for reading quickly and efficiently. Number 4, daily habits for writing. Writing helps you practice grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. Here are some daily writing habits. First, keep a journal. Write about your day, thoughts, or plans in English. For example, today I went to the park. The weather was nice, and I felt relaxed. Second, write emails or messages. Practice writing emails or messages in English. For example, write an email to a friend. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Third, social media posts. Share posts or comments in English. For example, post a comment on a YouTube video. This video was very helpful. Thank you. Fourth, practice grammar. Write sentences using new grammar rules or vocabulary. For example, write sentences using the past tense. Yesterday I went to the store. Number 5, vocabulary building. Expanding your vocabulary is essential for effective communication. Here are some daily habits for vocabulary building. First, learn 10 to 20 new words daily. Use a dictionary or app to learn new words and their meanings. For example, learn words like benefit, challenge, and opportunity. Second, use flashcards. Apps like Anki or Quizlet can help you memorize words. For example, create flashcards for words like ambitious, reliable, and creative. Third, word of the day. Subscribe to a word of the day service. For example, learn. Words like ephemeral, lasting for a short time, or resilient, able to recover quickly. Fourth, practice in context. Use new words in sentences or conversations. For example, she is very ambitious. She wants to start her own business. Number 6, pronunciation practice. Clear pronunciation is key to being understood. Here are some daily habits for improving pronunciation. First, learn phonetics. Study the International Phonetic Alphabet, IPA, to understand how words are pronounced. Second, tongue twisters. Practice tongue twisters to improve articulation. For example, she sells seashells by the seashore. Third, record yourself. Record your speech and compare it to native speakers. For example, record yourself reading a paragraph from a book. Fourth, mimic native speakers. Watch videos and try to mimic the speaker's pronunciation and intonation. For example, watch a TED Talk and repeat the speaker's sentences. Number 7, grammar improvement. Grammar is the foundation of clear communication. Here are some daily habits for improving grammar. First, study basic grammar rules. Focus on tenses, articles, prepositions, and sentence structure. For example, learn the difference between I have been, present perfect, and I had been, past perfect. Second, practice daily. Write sentences or paragraphs using new grammar rules. For example, write sentences using the present continuous tense. I am reading a book. Third, use grammar apps. Apps like Grammarly or Duolingo can help you practice. For example, use Grammarly to check your writing for errors. Fourth, read grammar books. Books like English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy are helpful. For example, study. The rules for using articles, a, an, the. Number 8, thinking in English. Thinking in English helps you speak more fluently. Here are some daily habits. Stop translating. Try to think directly in English instead of translating from your native language. For example, think, I need to buy groceries, instead of translating from your native language. Second, describe your surroundings. Mentally, describe objects, people, or situations in English. For example, the sky is blue, there are clouds, the trees are green. Third, practice mental conversations. Imagine having a conversation in English and think of what you would say. For example, imagine ordering food at a restaurant. I would like a burger and fries, please. Number 9. Using technology and apps. Technology can make learning English more engaging and effective. Here are some tools to use. First, language learning apps. Use apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Memrise for daily practice. For example, complete a lesson on Duolingo every day. Second, language exchange apps. Apps like HelloTalk or Tandem connect you with native speakers. For example, have a 10-minute conversation with a native speaker on Tandem. Third, YouTube channels. Watch English learning channels like BBC Learning English or English Tips Our channel. For example, watch a video on phrasal verbs. 4. Online courses. Enroll in courses on platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or Khan Academy. For example, take a course on business English. Number 10. Joining English communities. Practicing with others can boost your confidence and skills. Here are some ways to join English communities. First, online forums. Join forums like Reddit, English Learning, or language exchange platforms. For example, ask a question on Reddit. How do I improve my pronunciation? Second, local meetups. Attend English-speaking meetups or events in your area. For example, join a conversation group at a local library. Third, social media groups. Join Facebook or WhatsApp groups for English learners. For example, participate in AMD, a WhatsApp group for daily vocabulary practice. Fourth, volunteer or work. Volunteer or work in an English-speaking environment to practice. For example, volunteer at an international event. Number 11. Tracking progress and staying motivated. Tracking your progress helps you stay motivated and focused. Here are some tips. First, set milestones. Break your goals into smaller milestones. Learn 100 words in 1 month. For example, set a goal to have a 5-minute conversation in English. Second, keep a progress journal. Write down what you've learned and how you've improved. For example, record new words, grammar rules, and speaking achievements. Third, celebrate small wins. Reward yourself when you achieve a goal. Example, watch a movie in English. For example, treat yourself to a favorite snack after completing a week of practice. Fourth, stay consistent, practice daily, even if it's just for a few minutes. For example, spend 15 minutes every day listening to a podcast. Mastering English requires consistent effort and the right habits. By incorporating these daily practices into your routine, you will see steady progress in your speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. Remember, the key is to stay consistent and motivated, set clear goals, track your progress, and celebrate your achievements along the way. Thank you for your attention. I hope this lecture has provided you with valuable insights and practical strategies for improving your English. If you have any questions or need further guidance, feel free to ask. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together.